Are you living your best life? Or are you living someone else's dream, walking a path that doesn't truly belong to you? Or perhaps, without even realizing it, you're simply existing, moving through each day on autopilot, with no real joy, no deep sense of purpose, just doing what needs to be done, because that's what everyone else does. So many people move through life this way, quietly, dutifully, doing what's expected, following what society calls success. They work hard, they achieve, they tick the boxes, but deep inside, something feels missing, a quiet ache, a whisper that says, "This isn't truly me." Life often moves like an ocean, carrying people along on waves they never chose. The tides are strong. Family expectations, financial obligations, social pressures, cultural beliefs. It's tempting to drift with them, believing that safety lies in following the current. But drifting is not living. Drifting is surviving without direction, breathing without truly being awake. The Buddha taught that awareness is the beginning of liberation. To awaken, one must first ask, what am I truly living for? What are you living for? This question sounds simple, but it carries the weight of a lifetime. What are you living for? Is it for joy, for truth, for love? Or is it for approval, obligation, and security? Many live responsibly. They care for their families, work diligently, contribute to society, yet still feel hollow inside. Not because their responsibilities are wrong, but because their spirit has gone quiet. They have forgotten to ask whether the life they are building is one their heart actually wants. Perhaps you felt it too, that faint sense that you were busy but not fulfilled, successful but not free, like someone driving fast on a road but never sure where it leads. To live for others' approval, or to exist only out of duty, is like sailing across the ocean without a compass. You may move far, but not necessarily toward your true destination. It's easy to confuse movement with meaning and effort with purpose. But when your days begin to blend into one another, wake, work, repeat, when you feel your heart quieting and your dreams fading, that is the soul's way of asking, whose life am I really living? When you live unconsciously, your days are shaped by momentum, not intention. And as time passes, you start to drift further from your true harbor, the one that holds peace, fulfillment, and inner freedom. Stop living someone else's dream. From a young age, you are told what a good life looks like. Study hard, get a stable job, buy a home, marry, raise children, work until retirement. These aren't wrong paths. They can be beautiful, but they become cages when followed blindly. When you chase goals that were never truly yours, you can succeed in the eyes of the world and still feel lost inside. You might have everything, yet still wonder why you feel like something vital is missing. Society often teaches comparison before contentment. It rewards the visible over the meaningful. You see others achieving and feel pressure to follow, the same degrees, the same careers, the same milestones. But imitation cannot bring fulfillment. A tree doesn't envy another's height. It simply grows in its own rhythm toward the sun. Buddha said, "Your work is to discover your world, and then with all your heart, give yourself to it." To live someone else's dream is to hand over your map before you've even learned what your destination is. And the cost is heavy, not in possessions, but in spirit. When you live for external validation, your joy depends on others. When you live for your own truth, joy arises naturally, not from achievement, but from alignment. Imagine a bird born to soar deciding instead to walk because everyone else is walking. That is what happens when you trade your calling for convention. You cannot arrive at your true harbor by sailing someone else's route. You must turn inward, take the helm, and guide your own ship, no matter how uncertain the waters may seem. Stop letting life drift. Drifting feels easy because it asks nothing of you. No decisions, no risk, no confrontation. But comfort can be the quietest form of despair. Life drifts when you stop paying attention, when each day becomes a repetition of the last. You go to work, you scroll your phone, you fill your hours with tasks. But beneath the surface, you feel the faint hum of restlessness, a knowing that you were meant for more than routine. To stop drifting, you must first see that you're drifting. Awareness breaks the trance. It's the moment you pause, look at your life honestly, and whisper, "No, this isn't how I want to live anymore." That's where freedom begins, not in radical change, but in quiet recognition. Mindfulness is the antidote to drift. When you start living with awareness, even small actions become meaningful. Drinking tea, walking, breathing. These moments become anchors that bring you back to yourself. When you live mindfully, you stop reacting to life and start participating in it. You stop waiting for change and begin creating it. It's like steering your boat in the ocean. The waves may still come, challenges, losses, uncertainty. But now, you are awake, holding the rudder, choosing your direction with intention. Awareness doesn't remove the storms. It gives you the courage to sail through them. And from this awareness comes the strength to ask, what now? What is the life that truly belongs to me? 5 steps to find your true path. Your true path isn't somewhere distant, waiting to be uncovered. It already lives within you, quietly calling beneath the noise, the expectations, and the distractions of the world. The journey isn't about building a self from what others tell you to be. It's about remembering who you truly are. Beneath the layers of fear, duty, and comparison, your authentic self waits, patient, luminous, and ready to guide you toward the life that has always been yours. Here are 5 steps to help you reconnect with that truth. Step 1. Root yourself in the present. The present moment is your foundation. Without presence, no clarity can grow. Many live caught between the past and future, haunted by what was, anxious about what might be. But life only ever happens here, now. When you root yourself in the present, you step out of the storm of thought and into calm awareness. Like a tree anchored deeply into the earth, you become stable no matter how strong the winds of life blow. Start small. Breathe. Notice your surroundings. Feel your heartbeat. Let the mind settle like sand beneath still water. From presence, peace naturally arises, and from peace, wisdom begins to speak. Step 2. Discover the depths of your being. To find your path, you must first know yourself, not who the world told you to be, but who you truly are beneath the layers of identity. Sit quietly and look within. What are your strengths, your fears, your passions? What makes you feel alive, inspired, at ease? Self-knowledge is not vanity. It is liberation. Knowing yourself allows you to move through life with clarity instead of confusion. It's like lighting a lantern in a dark room. Suddenly, you can see what's been there all along. Your light might have dimmed beneath years of pleasing others, chasing approval, or fearing failure. But it's still there, waiting for you to look inward, acknowledge it, and let it shine again. Step 3. Follow the whisper of your soul. Deep inside, you already know what feels right. That quiet intuition, that subtle inner voice, that's your compass. The problem is, the world is noisy. Society shouts what you should do, while your soul whispers what you must do. The more you listen to noise, the harder it becomes to hear your own truth. Following the whisper of your soul requires courage, because it often leads away from what's familiar. It might mean changing paths, setting boundaries, or daring to dream differently. But that whisper is your truth, calling you home. Ignore it long enough, and you will feel restless no matter how successful you become. Honor it, and even the smallest steps feel fulfilling. Trust that whisper more than the world's applause. Step 4. Step boldly on your true path. Awareness without action leads to stagnation. Once you sense your direction, walk it. Even if your steps are small, even if the full path ahead is unclear. Buddha taught that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. That step must come from the heart, guided by the quiet compass of your inner self. When your actions truly resonate with your soul, they feel effortless yet powerful, like striking a chord that vibrates through every part of you. Each choice aligns with your deepest values, your passions, and the life you are meant to live. Courage doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means moving forward anyway, trusting that the path you are on harmonizes with who you are at your core. You might stumble, you might fall, but growth is never straight. It's a winding trail that teaches, stretches, and strengthens you with every step. Progress is measured not by speed, but by how fully your actions resonate with your inner truth. When you walk this path, no external approval is needed. Your decisions flow from clarity and purpose, and even small steps carry the quiet power of living in harmony with yourself. Life begins to feel lighter, more vivid, and infused with a sense of meaning that comes from moving in sync with your own soul. Step 5. Embrace the journey, release the result. One of the deepest causes of suffering is attachment to outcome. We do good and expect reward. We work hard and expect recognition. We dream and expect success. Yet life rarely unfolds exactly as planned. There are many ups and downs, and that's part of its beauty. The goal is not to control the storm, but to learn to navigate its rhythms, moving in harmony with its forces. When your actions resonate with your inner truth, letting go of specific outcomes doesn't feel like giving up. It feels like trusting the natural flow of life. Acting with passion and consistency without clinging to results allows your energy to ripple outward, influencing and inspiring others while creating space for positive outcomes to arise naturally. It's like planting a seed. You water it, nurture it, give it sunlight, but you don't tug at it to make it grow faster. You trust the process, knowing that a life lived in alignment with your soul will bear fruit in its own time. To live this way is to experience freedom on a profound level. Freedom to grow, to evolve, to take risks without fear of failure, to move through challenges without being thrown off course. Each moment becomes an expression of your inner truth, a reflection of your values, and a resonance with the life you are meant to live. The more you release the need to control, the more fully you can navigate the storm with grace, courage, and quiet confidence in the unfolding of your journey. Awaken to the life that is truly yours. There will always be waves, uncertainty, change, loss, but there is also an ocean of possibility waiting for you to steer with awareness and courage. The moment you choose to stop drifting, you begin to live consciously. You begin to see life not as something happening to you, but as something unfolding through you. To awaken is not to escape life. It is to see it clearly, live it deeply, and love it fully. You will still have responsibilities, challenges, and routines. But when they are infused with purpose, even the ordinary becomes sacred. Cooking, walking, working, all can become expressions of your awakened being. Remember, your purpose is not something you find one day like treasure. It's something you live moment by moment through awareness, compassion, and authenticity. So take a deep breath. Ask yourself once more, am I living my best life or living someone else's dream? The answer lies not in what you've done, but in what you choose now. Choose awareness, choose courage, choose to live aligned with your truth. Stop drifting, start steering. The ocean of life is vast, but it is also yours, and it's waiting for you to awaken, to guide your own ship toward the life that has always been calling your name. If this wisdom resonates with you, please like this video and subscribe to join us on the path of conscious living.